Donald Trump's niece has claimed that her uncle is declining rapidly, as she claimed there is mounting evidence to indicate he is losing it every day. Mary Trump, the daughter of Donald's older brother Fred Trump Jr., accused the president of displaying cognitive decline, as well as clearly emotional and psychological decline. In a new video posted to her YouTube channel titled, "Trump Declines Rapidly as Behavior Raises Concerns," Mary examined the latest signs of Donald's mental decline, including his recent bizarre impromptu appearance on the White House roof to a strange plan for the moon. While the president has been diagnosed with chronic venous insufficiency, Mary alleges his mental health is also taking a toll on him. It comes after a Trump family member revealed his body is rotting inside, as she delivered a terrifying update on the president's health. "We've all become used to the fact that every time Donald stumbles, rambles, forgets people's names, wanders off the stage, or just pulls made-up facts out of thin air, in other words, lies, people on the right pass it off as if these are just fun little quirks of their dear leader and not the fact that every single day Donald Trump appears to be losing it," Mary said. Trump's bizarre appearance on White House roof. Mary noted several incidents this week to back up her claims, first pointing to Trump's unannounced visit to the White House roof on Tuesday. The president left reporters baffled as he walked back and forth on the roof. When asked, "Sir, why are you up on the roof?" Trump shouted back, "Taking a little walk." "What are you building?" one reporter asked. "It goes with the ballroom, which is on the other side," Trump said. "What are you trying to build?" another reporter shouted.
"Missile," Trump responded.
"Nuclear missiles," he repeated while making the gesture of a rocket launching. There he was on the roof of the White House in the middle of a Tuesday afternoon doing what exactly? Nobody knows. "I don't believe he knows," Mary said of the incident. "Maybe he was looking for his health care plan up there," she joked. "I don't think we really needed much more evidence that Donald is in cognitive decline and clearly emotional and psychological decline. But we have more now," Mary added. Plans to build nuclear reactor on the moon. Mary then highlighted reports that Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is set to announce plans to build a nuclear reactor on the moon, suggesting that Trump's reference to nuclear missiles while on the White House roof may have related to this. "Honestly, the only thing I can say at this point is what the actual F," she said. "Because we can't pretend that any of this is okay, that any of it is acceptable anymore. This is dangerous. We have the President of the United States on a roof for no reason that anybody's aware of talking about nuclear reactors on the moon," Mary continued. She speculated that the president could even be displaying symptoms of a specific type of dementia. "He is deteriorating cognitively. He is deteriorating psychologically. Could it be something like frontotemporal dementia?" Mary questioned. She added, "Could it simply be cognitive decline due to his advanced age and very poor physical health?" Again, not mutually exclusive, and I'm not saying it's one thing or another because I don't have access to him, but I'm a human being who observes things, and nobody who's telling the truth would say that any of this is normal or acceptable. Embarrassing CNBC interview. Mary then moved on to focusing on Donald's interview with CNBC on Tuesday. Donald is adept at embarrassing himself, but he seems particularly adept at doing so on live TV. You could almost say it's a gift. So, it wasn't just the rooftop talk that highlighted how badly he's deteriorating, she said. His mental, psychological, emotional decline was also in evidence during a CNBC Squawk Box interview this morning. Mary noted that there was one moment that actually stood out more than the rest. She explained, "This is where Donald dropped his filter entirely and said the quiet part out loud, which is happening with increasing frequency, about his push for redistricting in Texas and potentially other red states. "I want Texas. I got the highest vote in the history of Texas, as you probably know, and we are entitled to 5 more seats," Donald could be heard saying in a clip played by Mary. For weeks, Republicans, Donald included, have insisted that this redistricting was about competitiveness, not politics. But now Donald made it very clear on live television that he believes he is entitled to 5 more seats in Texas simply because he won the state in 2024. "I think it should go without saying that that's not how any of this works," Mary noted. She continued, "Despite being the President of the United States of America, Donald continues not to understand, even into his second term, how the government works." Finally, Mary pointed to a press conference Donald held on Tuesday about the 2028 Olympics, which are set to be held in Los Angeles. Surrounded by his staff with whom he speaks daily, He couldn't even manage to get their names right, Mary said. During the press conference, Trump mistakenly introduced Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem as Kristi Kerr, a pro golfer. Now, Donald obviously has golf on his brain constantly, but it is getting harder for him to keep things straight. I'm telling you, I am often wondering if he is even oriented to place and time because it so often seems as if he is not, Mary said. That is not something we should put up with, she added. Mary concluded. Right now, the person allegedly in charge seems most of the time not even to know where he is.